just want to bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said, bro. You need a nigga like me to keep.
Instead of him doing his own thing, he said, you know what, I'm gonna attack this man, I'm gonna mess with him.
NLE Choppa, listen to me. You can't go walk the runway with that little walk. You remember that walk you had? I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that walk. I think I'm a bad.
And Cottrell is evil, and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees.
Choppa just dropped another wild YoungBoy diss, and this time he went so hard that even other rappers are saying he crossed the line. The track Hello Revenge had the whole scene buzzing the moment it hit the internet because Choppa wasn't holding back at all. He rapped, "Pop up, opt out, guys. Can't turn me down. Chop us up. Top down, boy. I'm your daddy now. Pound for pound, round for round. We can put the firearms down, uppercut stomach, tum tuck man down." And that had people online screaming that he needed to chill immediately. Not long after the song dropped, Freddie Gibbs jumped on Instagram laughing at how over the top Choppa went, posting, "I don't know if bro's serious, but I've been laughing at this for 20 minutes. That comment alone had the internet spinning, because if Freddie laughs for that long, you know the track shook the room. But the calm didn't last, because everything flipped the moment YoungBoy's camp stepped in and responded.
YoungBoy ain't messing with nobody. The boy doing his thing, standing his own lane. And it, yeah, I love it. I love it. I can feel him every time he drop a song. But NLE Choppa, instead of him doing his own thing, he said, you know what, I'm gonna attack this man, I'm gonna mess with him. That's how poor in the street think. Instead of just letting me continue to move my life, cause I ain't messing with nobody. I ain't out here trying to portray a street image or nothing like that. I'm just...
YoungBoy's team didn't even say much at first. They just pulled out a clip from last year where Choppa was hyping YoungBoy up like he was untouchable. In the video, Choppa says, "Let me know who beating me, bro. Respectfully." Ahead, in that space, is YoungBoy, which instantly had fans calling him out for switching sides like it was nothing.
Who beating me, bro? Respectfully, the only that's really respectfully, the only that's really ahead in that space is YoungBoy.
Then YoungBoy began retweeting reactions from fans telling Choppa to fall back before things got messy, making it clear he wasn't letting this slide. One of the retweets included a video titled, "Charleston White goes off on Choppa after his diss track to YoungBoy, saying he's not allowed to speak on him." And that had everybody laughing because the timing couldn't have been crazier. Just a week earlier, Charleston White was standing with Choppa saying YoungBoy's music was bad for the youth. Exactly what Choppa had been saying too.
NLE Choppa, listen to me. You can't go walk the runway with that little walk. You remember that walk you had? I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that walk. I think I'm a bad. You can't come back with that, NLE Choppa, with that boy. Now them boy got some dances. Them boy, but you went to Hollywood. If you was a bad, I suck my too. You are disqualified from saying anything to Kentrell. NLE, you have been disqualified. I wouldn't give if you and King Von got in the car and shit them together. Once you learn that walk, like that runway model walk, and you went in front of the whole world, you can't come back over here to this side of the railroad track and go to barking. No. Go back over there and finish, nephew. Go back over there and finish being the bad.
Watching him flip sides that fast had the whole timeline clowning the situation, and it only made the beef look even more unpredictable.
Beat babies ain't money getting. They'll hurt you, kill you, and eat out your icebox as they break in your house. I'm not battling with childhood like a YB fan. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. This man, YB, sound like he's angry. He want to beat out his mama. He want to beat his daddy. He want to beat his uncle. I don't want to hear that kind of shit. I'm not in pain. I'm a money getter. YB babies ain't money getting. I don't feel that. That's not soul music. I'm a soulful brother. I'm not in pain. Them kids need to be put in mental institutions. You see they had that ball?
People were already debating Choppa's comments, saying he sounded like he was on some meditation rap wave. But even the folks who agreed with a few of his points still weren't fully riding with him. The whole situation really took off after Choppa spit those bold lyrics. "You are bad for the youth. Nothing positive you do. You the reason guys going after girls thinking that's cute. You send guys to do what you wouldn't even do. Role model, you will never fit the shoe. Just a guy with emotion. Your aura, give me the ick. Guys like you make me sick. And that had the internet going crazy because nobody expected him to talk like that. Those bars had academics jumping in instantly saying Choppa was trying to act like X, but that it wasn't hitting the same because people don't see him at that level. Academics even called him out on Instagram, saying the whole act felt forced, which made the situation even more heated because once AK speaks on something, the whole timeline follows.
People would say, call it, you have your third eye open. Some people would call it, yo, a dumb act smart. Some people would call it fake woke. Some people would call it someone trying to seem deeper than most. Pause. It's kind of like how people, it evokes some of the similar thoughts like how we had about XXXTentacion, where people felt like, you know, he understood life a little bit on a different level. And I think that's what NLE Choppa is.
A big reason the internet didn't cut Choppa any slack was that he's been off the grid for almost a year. So when he came back talking heavy, folks felt like he was reaching. YoungBoy's mom even threw in her own comment, claiming Choppa was jealous of YoungBoy's success and trying to get a piece of the spotlight. She said YoungBoy's supporters will pay whatever it takes to pull up to his concerts. And it got so lit that he added 25 more shows, which only made people say Choppa picked the wrong moment to spark a fight.
I'm gonna talk about being jealous and being envious. So you wanna make a video dancing around like a ballerina, and then you got a man on his knee, and you're saying Catrell is evil and he's a bad influence. So you want to go and put that man on his knees on that video, right? Okay, fine. I bet they have another video with that same on his knees. Because who gonna even play that stupid role? If you know better, you do better. Your head look like a without a rubber on top of it. But yet, you want to sit here and try to talk about somebody. You better be lucky. I can't say what I want to say.
Even with all that hype, the police weren't loving YoungBoy's tour energy because it started creating real chaos in the streets. Local news reported the state of Louisiana is allegedly becoming concerned about YoungBoy's concert in New Orleans. And that brought a whole different side to the drama because once law enforcement steps in, everybody pays attention.
Very concerned about the NBA YoungBoy concert. So concerned that even before the concert went forward this weekend, they notified Louisiana Stadium Exposition District, also known as, that manages the Superdome and Smoothie King Center. In particular, notified ASM Global that, this is like a really dangerous thing that could have very unforeseen consequences. Now, the response from ASM Global was, we'll hire some security inside, it'll be fine. NOPD's response was, you don't get what we're saying. There is such a propensity around these concerts that is so, not an if but a when, that we are concerned we'll have to activate the department to be around the downtown area to protect citizens.
But to fully understand why YoungBoy keeps firing off these diss tracks, you gotta look at how far back this beef goes. Way back in 2019, Choppa was actually a big fan of YoungBoy. So much so that when YoungBoy got arrested, Choppa even dropped a supportive track called Free YoungBoy. But everything flipped in 2022 after King Von passed, and YoungBoy released his disrespectful track, Bring the Hook, which dissed King Von and O-Block, and that's when the tension between him and Choppa really exploded. When YoungBoy dissed King Von and the whole O-Block in that track, the rap world exploded instantly. Academics jumped online saying YoungBoy was on demon time and hinted that he might even drop a whole tape aimed at O-Block. But Lil Reese wasn't impressed at all. He responded saying, that ain't no demon time. He just rapping like the rest of these rappers, all rap. And the minute Choppa backed him up by saying, I stamped that, everybody understood exactly which side he was standing on. YoungBoy didn't let that slide one bit because seeing Choppa switch up and start siding with Chicago artists had him furious. He went straight into the studio and fired back with a new track where he rapped, I bet your mama be destroyed when we send you to God for making statements. choosing sides about my beef with them boys. I could say I saw it, you could say I was your favorite, and those lines shook the internet because YoungBoy was clearly calling him out directly. Right after that diss, Choppa made a bold move of his own. He went back and changed the title of his old track, Free YoungBoy, to just YoungBoy, basically showing the world he didn't support him anymore. That hit deep because Choppa had once shown real love, and now he was publicly distancing himself like the situation never meant anything. He even started moving like the whole thing was personal because he took the story everywhere he went. Choppa then sat down for a full interview with DJ Vlad, breaking down how everything spiraled and why he felt YoungBoy wasn't setting the right example. After that, he hit up the Breakfast Club, doubling down and explaining that YoungBoy had a huge influence and needed to act like it.
Not able to defend his name, bro, and it be a lot going on within his name about him when, to me, bro, he a real stand-up dude, and it was just unfortunate how it happened. Like, he came to a person as a man.
Choppa said, YoungBoy needs to be more careful. He's got a lot of people looking up to him and he needs to set a better example. And he delivered that message with confidence like he was speaking for the whole culture. Crazy enough, YoungBoy actually did try to move smarter once he got out of jail because his music took off even harder and his shows became massive events. Things got so intense that reports came out saying over 400 officers would be deployed every night for his concerts in New Orleans, using drones and armored vehicles just to keep the area under control. The level of security showed how big YoungBoy had gotten and how wild the energy around him still was. YoungBoy's recent run proves just how massive he is right now, because his music is hitting harder than ever, and he's easily one of the biggest artists in the whole game. One fan even tweeted after the show saying YoungBoy performed the greatest diss track for the first time in front of a sold-out crowd in Atlanta, calling it straight-up history in the making. The energy was unreal, and people could feel the tension the moment he touched the stage. YoungBoy specifically waited for the Atlanta stop to perform that diss because the track had heavy shots aimed at King Von, and Atlanta is the city where Von passed away. That bold move got academics' attention fast, and he started talking about how wild it was for YoungBoy to pop off like that in front of a crowd that knew the backstory. It had the whole internet debating whether he was fearless or just stirring the pot on purpose. Fans were hyping him up too. One wrote, "YoungBoy, the king of rap," while another said, "YoungBoy dissed 4PF and half of Atlanta in their own city. Bro, really a menace."
Man, YoungBoy, the king of rap. We just gotta claim it today. King of rap. King of rap. That's a new narrative I'm driving. These gonna have to bow to the feet. I like it. We're not talking about Kendrick and Drake, and they're on a different level. But below Kendrick and Drake, I'm sorry, with all due respect to every other rapper, YoungBoy is the king of rap right now. I'm sorry to tell y'all. The walk down I seen in Atlanta tonight, give him the throne. Just give him the throne. YoungBoy the king of rap. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's gonna last forever, but for right now, in the last 4 or 5 months, YoungBoy.
But not everybody was feeling it because a Chicago OG came out and dissed YoungBoy while praising Dirk, showing the culture is still split on who they stand behind.
YoungBoy. What's his clip?
Why would I tell you?
What's his clip though? What's the 4K track? Damn.
4K trade for life.
I'm OKF. I am OKF for life. I'm from Chicago. Who? Boy.
The tension between the two fan bases hasn't slowed down at all. Right before heading to one of his shows, YoungBoy finally spoke up, posting a message on Instagram saying these rappers only mention him to get attention. He claimed they've all been reaching out, trying to get buzz off his name, especially when their own numbers slowed down. He mocked them by saying, "Views, man. Help this get some views, man," calling out the desperation he felt behind the scenes.
And say this perm having name. You just wanna bring it top up. Say, bro, man, you be relevant, and I said what I said, bro. You need a like me to keep you going. Your views go up now. Clown, I'm willing to help y'all about it, man. But I hate NBA so much, man. Go get them some views, man. Help this some views.
That's when people started putting the pieces together about why Choppa came at YoungBoy so aggressively. For a while, folks were calling Choppa someone who flipped sides depending on the moment. So he wanted to make it crystal clear which camp he was rocking with in this beef. A tweet even read, "Za Osama speaks on why it's no surprise the industry is switching up on Dirk for YoungBoy." And once Choppa saw his name in the mix, he felt like he had to take a stand and show he wasn't bouncing back and forth anymore.
For real though, I don't see why this was surprising or new to y'all. Everybody jumping ship because this how the industry is. Nobody in the industry is gonna stick around you when you at your lowest. If they can't get clout, notoriety, money, fame, features, videos, something that they could benefit from off you, they're gonna jump ship. I don't see why it's surprising that everybody is on YB in the industry. That's how it go. They only gonna f you when it's beneficial to them. None of these ain't grow up with Dirk. None of these ain't friends or real homies with Dirk for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Or they would never change, or they would never jump ship. Cause where we from, if you f with me, my ops is your ops, your ops is mine. Some people don't look at it like that. Some people look at it like I f with both parties, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And look, you not wrong for that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shout out to the that still done stayed down for Dirk, his real family.
People who still stand with Lil Durk are stressing hard because they don't want anyone supporting YoungBoy right now to suddenly switch sides when Dirk comes home. But the situation isn't looking bright for Dirk at all because YoungBoy has support from judges and major officials in Atlanta, which is wild to even think about. Academics even said the whole city is in chaos because YoungBoy basically got the key to the city, and that line sent the internet into a frenzy.
We have Floyd County Commissioner, Mr. Mark Harrington, and we have Floyd County Probate Judge, Judge Cleveland Johnson. And they got some.
Damn, there's a judge up there? Yo, the judge in the city sending all the rappers in the city to jail. But the out-of-town rapper that came here, that basically, hey, you know what type of time I be on. You over here giving him an award? Oh, nah, Atlanta's in shambles. If y'all are a rapper who ever got prosecuted by this, or not prosecuted, but like got sent to jail by this judge, and basically you watching an out-of-town rap getting an award for doing 10 times worse than what you do, you gotta feel sick. You gotta feel sick.
A lot of people took that moment as a sign that the rap scene might be shifting for good because it feels like everyone is leaning toward YoungBoy right now, even the folks in power. Government officials were literally showing up to his concerts, which had fans saying this might be the beginning of the fall for every other crew in the industry. Academics even said that almost every rapper is suddenly trying to be cool with YoungBoy again. Probably because he's the hottest artist out and because Dirk might be facing serious prison time.
I'm in the dressing room and we just talking about a bunch of, he's also telling me, and I will never say who, he's telling me all the rappers who was now hitting him up. And he kind of asked me, he's like, so what you think, man? Cause I think he's thinking like, yo, should he forgive some of these, like, but all these rappers on it, you know what I mean? Like, they're all like, yo, YoungBoy, we love you, right? And I gave him the best advice, I think. I said, I didn't want to impart my thoughts on it because I don't know fully what he's been through and what he's thought. Because, he was down where nobody would upon him. So I said, whatever your heart feels about any of these or kind of doubling back or not, I want to do whatever.
The whole situation looks like a power flip happening right in front of everyone. With things looking rough for Choppa, some of his supporters started digging for anything they could use against YoungBoy, trying to find proof that he might be working with federal agents. It sounded like internet chatter at first, but then things got even crazier when Famous Richards jumped in, claiming YoungBoy was working with the feds in an Instagram post that had everyone talking nonstop. People weren't expecting that allegation at all, and it added a whole new layer to the tension. Fans started pointing out how wild YoungBoy's legal situation looks, especially after he mentioned this was his third time beating federal charges in just 4 years. People online were confused, saying things like, you can't do 10 months of a 23-month sentence. And YoungBoy even claimed, my first offer was 5 years for a firearm that the police put on me. That only made the internet louder, with some people insisting he must be connected to law enforcement somehow. One fan even said, YoungBoy definitely with the police. He probably the reason Dirk locked up after a clip surfaced of YoungBoy walking around prison, looking calm, like he had nothing to worry about. Attached to that video was another tweet saying, honestly, I kind of believe it too. The timing, the energy, the way things are playing out, it's all looking a little too convenient. Wouldn't be the first time someone played both sides in this game. You never really know who's working with who. And that message had the whole comment section going crazy because nobody could deny that the situation felt unusual. This game is full of people switching teams behind closed doors, so fans were quick to feed into the theory. Even when YoungBoy was sentenced, the vibe was strange. One of his fans hacked into the court Zoom call and yelled, "Free YoungBoy, the lil free weight man." And right after that, YoungBoy joined the call, laughing and smiling like the whole moment was nothing. That energy made some people question whether the relaxed atmosphere in court was normal at all.
Free YB, man. Free YB.
Everyone needs to stay muted. Okay.
Free YB.
All right. Mr. Golden's case has already been called. He's done with court today. For those of you interested, everyone keep yourselves muted.
Free YB.
And it pushed more fans to think maybe Famous Richards was right about YoungBoy having some kind of special treatment. And that brings us to the end of today's breakdown. But the streets don't sleep, and neither do we. If you're rocking with us and want to stay locked in as this story keeps unfolding, turn on those notifications and subscribe to Rap Uncovered right now. We're just getting started, and there are way more stories, way more receipts, and way more twists coming your way. We drop heat every single day, and tomorrow's upload is about to be even crazier, even deeper, and absolutely unmissable. Smash that like button, share this video with all your homeboys, and drop your thoughts in the comments. We read every single one. We'll catch you in the next one right here at Rap Uncovered, where the truth of the streets lives.